Welcome back, everybody. I hope that you are enjoying this weather as much as I am. Here we are, mid-August. Can't believe that so much of what I often think of as summer has blown by. We have a little bit left, and I do hope that you enjoy every bit of it. Savor the beautiful days, endure the other ones that are not so beautiful, and show up, be present to whatever it is that's happening. That's kind of what I talked about this last Sunday. As you might recall, we identified levels of happiness, and it was a response, or I should say, an inspired meditation brought about, at least for me, by Jesus's admonition in his parable to be rich towards God. And I said briefly that the towards, that word that is translated as towards, can also mean in or into. So being invested in or rich in God, being attuned to perhaps a different set of values, prioritizing different things in our life, is an important part of what generates happiness, contentment, true wealth. Not the kind that can be moth-eaten and rust, but that which abides, lasts, and carries on beyond our own individual lives into the lives of others that we care about. Not just our children, but for many people's kids and generations to come. So these three levels of happiness that I named were a good day, and that good day is full of wonderful, simple moments, forgettable at times, repeatable for sure, but good and necessary. This would be a good day. Just going out, imagine a day you're like, okay, I'm just going to do all the things that I want to do. Maybe it's your birthday, or maybe it's a day off for the first time in 2 weeks. You're going to go, grab some ice cream, have a cup of coffee, go for a walk in the park, hang out with friends, whatever it is. That would be a good day. The second level, or the second kind of happiness that I discussed, was euphoria. Now, euphoria is kind of a big word, but essentially what we're talking about is some kind of experience that leaves a lasting impression and ultimately produces a kind of transformation in your life. We know these sort of mountaintop experiences are not common, but they are part of what allows life to have the richness, the depth, and the meaning that we covet, that we desire. So we can't manufacture them, but it's good to be open to them when they seize us, perhaps, right? And that requires vulnerability. We do have to take some risk to experience euphoria, and unlike for a good day, right? A good day wouldn't be characterized as risk-taking, whereas euphoria is going to require some of that vulnerability. Finally, we arrive at our third kind of happiness. This would be the good life, or the happy life. And what it requires is a lot of hard work. It means sacrificing some things so that you can say yes to others or give your time and attention to others. It means birthing, negotiating, compromising, and just dealing with the range of issues that press on you from day to day in anybody's life, right? It doesn't matter who you are. And so these three different kinds of happiness are connected for sure, but they sometimes come into conflict. And if we prioritize one and only think about one, let's say a good day, it's going to keep us from experiencing the euphoria, or certainly doing the work that is required for a good life. And if we're only focused on the good life and all the hard work and labor that goes into that, we're going to miss some of those simple pleasures that are there waiting for us and are also necessary. Jesus, as we are aware, constantly navigates between these two or three modalities. We, of course, know about Jesus's reminders for us all to not worry so much, right? Look at the lilies, look at the birds. So that's an important part of the gospel, of the good news, and it is liberating. But there's also the idea that we pick up our cross and we do the work that is required of us, right? Even as difficult and insurmountable as some of the obstacles seem in our life, We are very aware of that. The world seems like it's on fire right now. And I don't mean that just literally, though we are still dealing with wildfires, but there is just devastation and destruction everywhere. So we are required to do that hard work and that heavy lifting. But we have to find a way together to achieve, if not balance, a measure of stability that will allow us to continue to go. As the Apostle Paul reminds us in another letter, we have to run the race so that we can finish it, right? We don't want to get off to a really fast start and then run out of energy, halfway through. We are here for a time, and we want to be able to be faithful runners or participants in this thing called life for the entirety of our lives. That means being in community, living in right relation one with another, and really looking at those three kinds of happiness or wealth or meaning. I hope that you have time to do that. And I hope that you don't worry too much about it, but take it just as a suggestion that you can carry with you, because I think this type of careful, thoughtful inquiry into where we're prioritizing our time and our energy can really help us to achieve the sort of life we want and that we want everybody to have. Thanks for setting aside a little bit of time to be with me today. I look forward to seeing you again next week for this postscript and hopefully on Sunday as well. Take care.